Alright, welcome back to the channel, guys, and today we're going to do something a little different in COTW. We're not going to just be hunting, but I kind of just want to address the delay that console players are getting on this new DLC. First, I want to hear what's underneath me. Pretty sure it's just blacktail. So, if you're on PC, this doesn't really concern you, but for all the console players out there, the Rocky Mountains DLC isn't going to be coming out until August 11th now, which kind of sucks. I'm not going to lie. I wasn't too happy when I found out about it, but I decided not to do a video right away. I just kind of wanted to let it sink in and stuff, and then I also wanted to see the live stream on June 30th because they had Phil on the live stream taking questions. And the one thing I will give them credit for is that they actually admitted that it was all on them. Had nothing to do with Sony or Microsoft, which it seems like the community likes to blame console a lot, when I just don't think that's always the case. Now, EW's been at this for 3 years now, so it just seems like they should have their act together by now. But they still don't. So I guess what the issue was is that because the map is technically bigger, they had issues passing it. Now, that makes perfect sense. I mean, that seems acceptable. But at the same time, us console players, we have to wait over a month now to get that DLC. Just... you gonna stop? There we go. Ooh. Those might be the wrong arrows. But, yeah, I wasn't too happy about it. I'm still not really happy about it. It's a big disappointment. I feel that they should have all this worked out by now. And the only thing that they said that they're really going to do is work harder to get all the DLC out at the same time, which they've been promising for a very long time now. And, you know, I guess a lot of people will say that they never promised, but they kind of have. They keep saying that they're trying to do it, and they do it sometimes, and other times they just completely drop the ball, which is what they did this time. Another thing is, in the live stream today, TK, he kind of said that, you know, people need to try to stay positive, which, like, I get that. Negativity in these gaming communities is just toxic, and it's really not a good thing. But in a case like this, it's kind of hard to keep positive when you're on console and you're paying the same amount for these DLCs and you paid for the game and you're not getting them. They also did touch on the fact that financially it doesn't help them at all, which makes perfect sense because it doesn't really build hype, it just kind of kills it. Although I'm pretty sure everybody's still going to buy the Rocky Mountain map when it comes out. And another thing I kind of want to touch on is the fact that there's not a lot of console creators for this game. And, you know, that's part of the reason why, I would say. Yep, I definitely think I'm using the wrong arrows. Because as a content creator, we're kind of left in the dark with all this. You know, no one really wants to see the old maps being played when you have a new map out, and that's where we're at. Now, oh no, that is the right arrow. Okay, cool. Now, luckily for me, I don't do just content on Call of the Wild. I do have other games that I play. And I don't really know of any other content creators on console. Anyway, other than Huntsman. And he's taking a break from it too, because even he understands that, you know, just no one's going to want to see these old maps when you have that new Rocky Mountain map. Got another herd over there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start the game over. And yeah, I'm at level 60. I've been at level 60 for a very long time, and I think it's time to start new and kind of see what it was like before I had all my skills and perks. It's been a long time. So I think that's what... Oh, that's actually a nice one. So that's what I'm going to do, guys. I'm going to start a new adventure on this game. And I'm going to start over. And see what that's like. And maybe put together... I don't know. Maybe not a guide, but just kind of something for the now. Because there's so many changes that have taken place in the game. So I'm going to try to go over to the other side of this lake and get that pretty nice level 4 blacktail. Now we got a nice level 4 Roosevelt elk over there too. So yeah, I'm going to make my way over there, and that's probably where we're going to end this video. Didn't really want too long of one, just wanted to express my opinions and disappointments on the new map being delayed. You know, it's one of those things that there's really not much we can do about it. But as I said, it is nice that they're taking the blame and they're not putting it on Sony and Microsoft, because, you know, you can blame Sony and Microsoft all you want, but it is what it is. And it just seems like at this point in time that the game's been out this long, you know, they should be getting used to Sony and Microsoft and how to deal with them and what has to be done to release these DLCs. So I'm definitely glad that they came out and they took full responsibility. Not that they haven't in the past, but it seems like the community really likes to blame Sony and Microsoft for everything, and I just don't think that's really fair. And one other thing I want to point out about the live stream today is they were talking about cross-platform play, and again, EW, they said right straight up, it's all on them. It has nothing to do with Sony, has nothing to do with Microsoft. Microsoft, Sony, they're actually on board with it. They would be fine if Call of the Wild went cross-platform. They have no issues with it. It's strictly on EW. They just don't have the manpower to put the time in on something like crossplay. Basically, they said that it would take up a lot of time and a lot of their resources, so that would mean if they put crossplay in, you know, they would essentially have to take a break from adding new content like DLCs, weapons, animals, and stuff like that to the game for a very long time. They're not willing to do that, and I'm actually on board with that. Although crossplay would be fantastic, I definitely feel that there's more important things that they could be putting out in the game first. Alright, so there's that level 4 right there. Let's see if we can't get him. So he's probably not going to come in. So I think we'll just take him to 30-6. think I got him good. Try to get a neck shot, but I don't think that's what happened. No, definitely not. Oh well. That's where we're going to end the video here anyway, guys. So if you're on console, it sucks. We're going to have to wait another month for it. Otherwise, I hope you're having a great day. And keep an eye out because I'm going to be starting my game fresh. And that ought to be really interesting with none of my perks or skills or anything like that. So, yep, that's where we're going to end this one, guys. And, oh, you know what? Actually, it did die, so I'm going to change the plans. We'll go pick him up real quick and see what he scored, even though I messed him up. Alright, here he is. Oh, he definitely died in a bad spot, so let's just pick him up. That's not even the one. Alright, well that's actually good. So that 4, he's still out there. We didn't screw him up, and this guy, he was just a 2, so he wasn't anything anyway. Oh, another thing I should say is that at least when we get the new map, we will have the true Rex for the mule deer, so at least that's something. But yeah, so that's where we're going to end the video, guys. Again, hope everyone's having a great day, and we'll see you next time.